or fast. We already discussed some changes are very slow, means they take hours, days, months and years to be happened. Like the formation of rocks. Formation of rocks take million and billions years. And ripening of fruits, yes, ripening of fruits also take time. Okay, within a second or minutes it's not happen. Growth is also an example of slow change. Then rusting, yes, rusting of iron also take time. It's not time. It's not take the time of minutes. It's take long time. Then germination, growth, increase in height. All these are the examples of slow changes. Next, we need to understand and we talk about the fast changes. Fast changes are those changes. Fast changes are those changes which can happen very quickly within a second or minutes. Like bursting the crackers, like glowing the bulb, glowing the heater. Put on the fan. Quickly, if you put off the switch, that bulb stop glowing, the heater stop glowing, the fan stop working. All these are the examples of fast changes. Now, we move further. The next type of changes are reversible and irreversible changes. Reversible and irreversible changes. The changes which can be again changed into its original shape or original form or original state. Changes that can be again reversed into its original shape and original forms are known as reversible changes. Like we already saw the example of melting of ice. Like water is a liquid form. When we freeze the water, it changes into solid form in the form of ice cubes. When we boil the water, it can change into gaseous form in the form of vapors. When we melt the ice cubes, it again converted into liquid form. So the changes that can be again converted into their original form, their original shape, that type of changes are known as reversible change. For example, haircut, we cut nails, all these are the cutting of the plants. These are the reversible changes. Then if we talk about the irreversible changes. Irreversible is just opposite to the reversible. Irreversible changes are those changes which cannot be converted, which cannot be changed, or which cannot be reversed again its original shape, original size and original form. Suppose if I have a wire and I cut this wire from here in the middle, is again this wire change its length and is again this wire increase their length? No, it's not possible because it's a irreversible change. But if I cut my hairs, it again gain their length. So these are the differences of reversible and irreversible changes or meaning of reversible and irreversible changes. Like burning of paper. If once we burn the paper, it converted into ash. If once we burn this paper, if once I burn this paper, it's automatically converted into ash. Okay, it's not possible for us to convert this ash again into paper. Yes, it is an example of irreversible change. Or ripening of fruits. If once the fruit take it raw. Or cooking of food. Or cooking of food is also another example of irreversible change. You use vegetables, spices or many ingredients to cook a food. Once your food is ready, prepared, is it possible to get that vegetables, to get that spices and ingredient? No, it's not possible. Such type of changes are known as irreversible changes. Now we need to understand endothermic and exothermic, or exothermic and endothermic changes. What are exothermic changes? What are endothermic changes? All that changes that give out heat, all that changes that give out, that produce heat during processing. Okay, all that changes. Listen carefully. Okay, it's little complicated. Just listen carefully. Okay, exothermic, because all these slow and fast changes are very common. We have to see lots of examples in our day-to-day life. Then reversible and irreversible changes, also we have lots of common examples in our day-to-day life. But this exothermic and endothermic, there are some examples that we need to understand, that we use to understand this exothermic and endothermic changes or reactions. The changes in which exothermic is a change in which heat is evolved, or they give out heat or produce the heat. That type of changes are known as exothermic change. Like if we burn the food, what will happen? Wood gives out flame. Give out flame of fire. Then what's happened? What we get from this fire? We get heat and light. We get heat and light means the burning of wood. The burning of wood produce. See, the wood when wood is burned, it's also a type of change. It's also a type of change, and in this process, this wood produce or evolve or give out some sources of energy. Give out some sources of energy. That sources are heat energy and light energy. So, the changes, if some changes are happened, if some changes are processing, and during these changes, if we get some source of energy, or if that changes give some energy to us, that type of changes are known as exothermic changes. For example, glowing of bulb or glowing of heater. If we glow the bulb, it gives us which energy? Light energy. Yes, it gives us light energy. Or if we glow a heater, what type of energy that heater produce or give us? Heat energy. Yes, it gives us heat energy. If we put on the switch, putting on and putting off the switch is also an example of changes. It's also an example of changes. If I put the switch on, now it's also a change. When we put on the change, is there something happens? Yes. They also produce a source of energy, that is electrical energy. The next one is endothermic change. Endothermic change or endothermic reaction. What is the endothermic change? Same as the endothermic is just opposite to exothermic. During the exothermic, they give out heat. During the endothermic, they take in heat. They take in glucose, if I put some glucose on my tongue, if I put some glucose on my tongue, I feel cold. I feel cold. Why? Because that glucose absorbs heat. That glucose absorbs heat through our tongue. That glucose absorbs heat through our tongue to be dissolved in the saliva. For dissolving in the saliva, glucose required or need heat. So they absorb the heat that is present in our tongue. They absorb this heat and then they dissolve in our saliva. So there is one more important point, is that a change which give out heat, a change that give out heat. During that change we feel hot. During that change we feel hot. Like when wood is burning, wood give out heat and we feel hot. We feel hot. And the changes which absorb the heat, or changes which take the heat, at the time we feel cold. We feel cold. Like the example of glucose. If we put glucose in our tongue, we feel cold because that glucose absorbs the heat present in our tongue. During the exothermic reaction, you feel hot or hotness. During the endothermic reaction, you feel cold or coldness. These are some examples and explanation of exothermic and endothermic reaction. I hope with the help of these examples, it will clear for you. The next and last type of changes is physical and chemical change. Physical and chemical change. What is physical change? A change which can be not produced. During that change, no new substance are produced. A change during that no new substances are formed or produced. That type of changes are known as physical changes. Physical changes are mostly reversible. Physical changes are mostly reversible. All these physical changes are reversible. Like melting of ice is also an example of physical change. Like before, when water is in liquid form, it becomes water. When we change the water into ice, when we convert the ice into solid form, is that water changing to milk, or is that water changing to oil? Yes. No. Not change. After that change also, water remains water. Whether it may be in the form of water, whether it may be in the form of solid, whether it may be in the form of liquid, whether it may be in the form of water, solid, or whether it may be in the form of gaseous, it will remain water itself. Such type of changes that may be remain same is known as physical changes, or they did not produce any new